Ano ai kako, aloha. Coming to you from my friend's farm on Kahalu'u, the east side of Oahu in Hawaii. My name is Makana. It's a pleasure to be here as part of the Hawaii Farmers Union, joining in the National Farmers Union. I want to aloha all of you for the important work you do. I mean, what work is more important? I'd love to share some traditional Hawaiian music with you folks in the style of kiho'alu or Hawaiian slack key guitar. Nani wale puana hulu I ka iu Hai nā pali kaulana pu kini kini Ua he lui ana puana Ka paia ka inoa puana hulu Luia mai ko aloha E nā manu hulu mele mele Luia mai ko aloha E nā manu hulu mele mele Mai ana kapuana Kaulana Kohinoa puana hulu Luia mai ko aloha E nā manu hulu mele mele E nā manu hulu mele mele Hulu, a song that talks about the residents of a beautiful area renowned for its hills and compares them admiringly to the feathers of the black and yellow feathers of a native bird. The culture of Hawaii is deep and is thousands of years established, and one of the fascinating aspects is how the Hawaiian people view land. We call land aina, and aina can be translated also to that which feeds. And the word to eat is ai, and the word for food is mea ai, and the word for farmer is mahi ai. So it was a very different world before the arrival of the foreigners that came here and colonized. And that world that we try to keep alive is a world that doesn't look at land so much as a commodity, but it looks at land as that which feeds. In fact, it is though the land is our body. And it's a beautiful and I think very valuable way of looking at the land. So I want to share with you a song that I composed as a vision for Hawaii to hoi, to return to that original vision of the land. It's a song called Hawaii's Song. Living life the olden way, we grow the food we eat. Makua plants, na keiki play, aina beneath our feet. Makaiki long, na kupuna strong. Makahiki is the harvest and Nakupuna are the elders. Hawaii stands upon the shore, the fisherman throwing his net to feed. He catches fish but never more than what his family needs. And the new fish spawn in the old fish pond. Someday you'll be free, land of Hawaii. Cleansed of all the greed and covered in lo'i. Lo'i are the taro fields. Some believe they own the land. Do they really now? I believe the land owns us. Let me show you how. For the land must give for a man to live. Once we understand, this is sacred land. Then a new day will dawn in Hawaii's song, in Hawaii's song, in Hawaii's song. Hawaii's song. All right. How many of you folks been to Hawaii before? You know, it's a magical place, and I love the name too. People, everyone around the world knows the name Hawaii, but very few know the meaning of the name. And when you talk to the kupuna, the elders, you know, they tell you different stories, and one of those mo'olelo or stories says that when the early Polynesian voyagers were coming from the South Pacific to Hawaii, they were on this giant ocean. It was like a continent to them, and they see these tiny islands, and the first thing they see are the cliffs of Molokai, the highest sea cliffs in the world. And they see this water sprouting off. These waterfalls flow for thousands of feet. In fact, sometimes they fall so far, the water gets so mystified that the trade winds are blowing against those cliffs, and the waterfall will sometimes even turn upside down. It's an incredible phenomenon. And you see all these anuenue, these rainbows in the mist. And the Hawaiians see this and they go, vai, vai. Vai is the water, the fresh water, vai. In fact, when you look at the word vai, you look at the word for wealth in Olelo Hawaii, or the Hawaiian language, and you have this word vai vai, which means wealth. And of course, vai is fresh water. And we know that our greatest wealth is fresh water. But there's another kupuna that tells that, oh, and the sound vai is the sound of water spraying off the cliffs. So when they first see this, they say ha vai, and ha is the breath of life, is that animating force that gives everyone life. So we say Hawaii. And I was gonna say one of the other kupuna, they say that the name Hawaii comes from ha, that life-giving, vai, water, and ii, that little place where the waters of life do flow. And that is what makes Hawaii so special in the continent of the Pacific Ocean. This little place where the waters of life flow. And as we know, on Kauai is the most rain in anywhere on planet Earth annually. And so we are so blessed, and we must honor and respect this. I'd love to play for you a song written by my friend. This is a song that is written by Reverend Dennis Kamakahi, who passed away. He was one of Hawaii's finest traditional Hawaiian composers. And this song talks about the hihivai, the little freshwater limpets that live in the streams flowing down from the waterfalls toward the ocean on Molokai. It's a beautiful song, and the imagery this will give you an idea of how the Hawaiian mind works. E kamakani ku'uleo, the wind is my voice. O ke kai ku'upu'uwai, the sea is my heart. O ka aina uluwehi ku'unui kino, this lush, green, verdant land is my body. Ai kanani o molo ka ila, ina pali veli o ke ko'olau. Ea mai ka leo honke i ke ahi la, e kamakani e ke puhe o ke awawa. E hihi vai la lai e hoi mai ka uala, o ka aina uluwehi o vai lau. Ano vale no, ka vailele ka hiwala, a pe ke kuahiwi o olo kui. Mele ka konei a pau, i ka mele aina la, o ka nani mai ole o ke hola pau. E ka makani leo o ke kai ku'upu'uwai, Okaina uluei kunui kino E hihi vai la lai lai E hoi mai ka uala Okaina uluei o vai lau Aloha no vale no Ka vai lele ka hiwala A me ke kuahiwi o olokui A me ke kuahiwi o olokui From the Hawaii Farmers Union to everyone in the National Farmers Union, we say Aloha Aina. Me ke aloha pumeana. My name is Makana. You guys have a wonderful